The retail sector is abuzz with AI. Nearly 80% of retailers expect to deploy AI by 2024-2025. Yet enthusiasm meets reality. Many e-commerce firms encounter stumbling blocks integrating these tools into legacy systems or getting staff on board. This presentation will unpack the common hurdles mid-sized retailers face, especially those with 50-plus employees, when implementing AI and digital tech. We'll explore real case studies of retailers who navigated these challenges, compare vendor solutions, AWS, Azure, Salesforce, Snowflake, etc., and discuss cost-effective strategies for successful AI adoption. The goal is to provide actionable insights for decision-makers to align tech investments with business goals and ROI. Integration is the number one technical hurdle. Mid-sized retailers often run on a patchwork of POS systems, ERPs, websites, and databases that weren't designed with AI in mind. According to a Harvard Business Review survey, 31% of companies cite technical integration issues, like legacy software and data silos, as a barrier to Gen AI adoption. Data silos are common. A CoreSite research report notes, many retailers keep marketing, merchandising, and pricing data separate, making unified AI initiatives difficult. The result is fragmented insights and AI models starved of a full picture. Integration challenges mean new AI systems need to bridge disparate systems. For instance, when Target introduced its Store Companion AI assistant, a key challenge was integrating it with existing inventory and workflow systems without causing chaos in stores. We'll see how successful retailers overcame these integration issues through careful planning, use of APIs, and choosing compatible platforms. Technology isn't the only challenge. People are central. A significant skill gap exists. Gartner predicted that by 2020, half of organizations would lack sufficient AI and data literacy. Indeed, 38% of retail companies report a shortage of skilled talent to implement AI solutions. Mid-sized retailers, 500 employees, often don't have in-house data scientists. They may rely on one overstretched IT manager or external support. This expertise gap can cause misguided investments or stalled projects. Cultural resistance is also real. Employees worry AI will replace jobs or simply hesitate to change established processes. Retailers like Target address this by upskilling and reassuring staff. Their Store Companion AI rollout included training, so associates saw it as a helpful assistant rather than a threat. Lastly, privacy and security loom large. Over half of e-commerce firms cite data privacy concerns as a primary barrier for AI. This is especially true in retail, where customer trust is paramount, and regulations, GDPR, CCPA, demand caution. Companies must navigate these adoption barriers with training programs, clear change management, and robust governance. A critical failure point in digital transformations is the lack of alignment between technology initiatives and business strategy. In many retailers, IT is treated as a back-office function rather than a strategic partner. This disconnect leads to inefficiencies. An HBR study found teams spend up to 60% of their day handling redundant data tasks when systems don't talk to each other. We call this disconnection debt, which drags down performance. Successful AI adoption requires tight alignment with business goals. Every AI project should answer, how does this drive revenue, reduce cost, or enhance customer experience? For example, Walmart's AI investments focused on streamlining shopping and supply chain efficiency, directly tied to their low-cost, convenient strategy. Achieving alignment means leadership buy-in and cross-functional collaboration. Business and IT leaders must jointly define objectives, e.g., increase online conversion by X%, improve inventory turn by Y%, and then identify AI or analytics solutions to achieve them. Companies like Walmart, Target, and Kohl's formed digital strategy teams that included marketing, store ops, and IT, ensuring that AI isn't an isolated experiment, but a core part of the business plan. Target Corporation provides a great example of navigating AI implementation hurdles. They introduced an AI-powered Store Companion to help in-store staff with tasks like product location, inventory checks, and answering procedural questions. This was essentially a generative AI chatbot for employees. Target's major challenges were twofold. First, systems integration, making sure Store Companion could pull real-time product and inventory data from Target's databases without hiccups. Second, user adoption, training thousands of store associates to actually use the tool on the job. Target tackled integration by working closely with their IT and Microsoft. The tool leverages Azure's OpenAI service reportedly to embed the assistant into existing handheld devices and workflows. For adoption, they ran training sessions and communicated that the AI was there to make daily tasks easier, not to micromanage or replace workers. According to Target execs, the result has been more confident, efficient employees who can serve customers faster because routine lookups are handled by AI. This case underlines the importance of training and change management alongside tech deployment. Walmart offers a blueprint for strategic digital transformation. Facing Amazon, Walmart knew it had to leverage its data and physical footprint together, one continuous channel, as former CEO Mike Duke said. They created Walmart Global Ecommerce, a separate division aimed at integrating digital across the company. This team upgraded Walmart's tech stack. For instance, improving the site's search algorithm, which boosted online conversion by up to 15%. To overcome integration challenges at scale, Walmart invested in a unified data ecosystem and cloud migration. In a recent example, Walmart used generative AI to improve search and assist store associates, deploying it to 50,000 U.S. employees in just 2 months. Achieving that required robust backend integration so the AI could pull info on products, inventory, etc., and straightforward tools that didn't overwhelm associates. Walmart also isn't shy about using external partnerships, e.g., working with Microsoft Azure for cloud and AI services and with consultants where needed. The result? Walmart today is often cited alongside tech leaders in retail AI use, from supply chain optimization to customer-facing apps. The key takeaway for mid-sized firms is to align tech initiatives with clear goals. Walmart wanted faster shopping and fewer stockouts, invest in the right talent or partners, and leverage scalable platforms to avoid reinventing the wheel. It's not just general merchandise retailers. Specialty retail like pharmacy is also leveraging AI to solve integration puzzles. CVS, a retail pharmacy giant, recognized the need to align tech with their healthcare mission. After surveying customers and providers, CVS poured $3 billion into digital initiatives. A flagship project was automating prescription processing using AI, a task involving many legacy systems, insurance, doctor scripts, inventory. By integrating AI into this workflow, they removed over 30 manual steps in prescription fulfillment, significantly speeding up service. CVS also unified data so that if you have multiple prescriptions, AI ensures they're all ready together, saving you multiple trips, a clear alignment with customer convenience goals. On the marketing side, CVS's data science team used AI to identify customers in high flu risk areas and send targeted flu shot promotions, like through weather apps, yielding tens of millions of impressions. The takeaway is that CVS didn't implement AI for hype. They targeted specific operational bottlenecks, slow prescription fills, and customer needs. Personalized health reminders. Mid-sized retailers can do likewise. Identify a pressing use case where AI can add value, integrate it with existing processes, possibly with vendor solutions, and measure the ROI. Moreover, CVS's approach of augmenting staff, helping pharmacists work faster, underscores a best practice. Use AI to empower employees, not sideline them, to gain buy-in and results. The good news is, mid-sized retailers don't have to build AI infrastructure from scratch. A rich ecosystem of technology vendors and service providers is available. On the cloud front, Amazon Web Services, AWS, and Microsoft Azure are the two heavyweights. Both offer dozens of AI services. For example, Amazon Personalize for recommendations, Azure's Vision API for image recognition that you can plug into your applications. They also have data integration offerings. AWS has Glue and AppFlow for connecting data sources. Azure has Data Factory and Logic Apps. Cost effectiveness? Both AWS and Azure use pay-as-you-go pricing, meaning you pay only for the compute storage you consume. This model lets SMBs start small without big capital expense. Azure can be slightly easier for those already using Microsoft software. It integrates naturally with Windows, Office 365, etc., and supports hybrid cloud, important if you still run an on-prem server. Salesforce deserves mention for retailers. Many mid-sized retail e-com businesses use Salesforce Commerce Cloud or Marketing Cloud. Salesforce's built-in AI, Einstein, can do product recommendations, demand forecasting, and even image recognition on your catalog, all within the Salesforce environment. This reduces integration overhead if you're in that ecosystem. However, costs can add up. Licenses, add-ons. So weighing that versus cloud DIY solutions is key. Snowflake and similar data platforms tackle the data silo issue by consolidating data in one place. They've become popular for retail analytics and AI because they handle data volume and concurrency well and can feed BI dashboards or machine learning models easily. Finally, many retailers partner with consultancies or integration specialists. These experts, from big firms or boutique agencies, can configure solutions like Salesforce or AWS for you, build custom integrations, and train your team. While they are an added cost, they often prevent costly mistakes and accelerate time to value, which for resource-constrained SMBs can be worth it. When choosing solutions, there is no one-size-fits-all. It's important to compare options on key criteria: features, cost-effectiveness, and scalability for growth. Let's quickly compare a few categories. The first category are clouds, AWS versus Azure. These two clouds are often top choices. AWS has been the long-time market leader with a vast array of services. Some say it's a bit like a Swiss Army knife, powerful but complex. Azure has caught up and even surpassed in areas like integrating with Microsoft software and ease for Windows-centric developers. In terms of cost, AWS bills by the hour, while Azure bills by the minute, so Azure can be a bit more fine-grained and possibly cheaper for spiky workloads. Azure also offers discounts if you're already a Microsoft Enterprise customer. Scalability-wise, both can handle from a tiny startup to a Fortune 100 retailer. The key is configuration. SMBs may lean Azure if they value ease of use and hybrid support, keeping some servers on site, or AWS if they want access to the latest and greatest AI innovations from Amazon, like Amazon Go Store technology trickling down. The second category is customer platforms. Salesforce, or other SaaS, versus build your own. If your business heavily uses a platform like Salesforce, leveraging its AI features can be quick. Your customer data is already there, and you flip on Einstein features. This saves integration time, which is worth money. However, you pay in other ways. Per user or per 1,000 predictions pricing, which for 50+ employees can add up. Building your own AI with open source libraries and cloud services might lower software licensing costs, but you'll need technical talent to do it. Some mid-sized retailers choose a middle path. Use a mix of SaaS for what they do well, e.g., Salesforce Einstein for personalized marketing emails, and bespoke AI for other areas, e.g., a custom Python model for inventory optimization. The third category is data warehouses. Snowflake versus traditional DW. Data warehousing might sound like an IT detail, but it's foundational for AI. Snowflake is a popular modern solution. Think of it as data warehousing as a service. It separates storage and compute, so you only pay for heavy computing when you need it. Traditional on-prem databases require buying hardware for peak usage, often sitting idle off-peak. For a mid-sized retailer, Snowflake's ability to scale up for big analytics jobs and scale down during slow periods can be very cost-effective. Plus, it's designed to integrate with AI/ML workflows easily. Many AI tools can query Snowflake directly. The trade-off is that Snowflake is purely cloud-based. If you have strict data residency needs or sunk costs in on-prem hardware, you might use a hybrid approach, Snowflake for some data, legacy systems for others, while transitioning. Cost is often the elephant in the room for SMBs, but AI on a budget is possible. The key is to be strategic with spending. Pilot. First, rather than a multi-million-dollar big bang, do a pilot project in one department or store. Maybe implement an AI-powered recommendation engine on a small subset of your e-commerce site. This limits risk and cost, and if it boosts sales by, say, 5%, you have concrete evidence to justify scaling up. Retailers that pilot, learn, and then scale tend to spend more wisely. Next, use open-source tools. There's a rich world of open-source AI tools that cost nothing for software, only your time to implement. For example, if you want to add a chatbot for customer service, you could use an open-source framework like Rasa or Microsoft's Bot framework. If you need a product recommendation model, libraries like Surprise or TensorFlow have reference implementations. The trade-off is you need some technical skill to use them, but you avoid hefty license fees. Third, cloud services on demand. We've touched on this. Cloud AI services let you rent capabilities. Suppose you want to analyze 10,000 product images to tag them. Using a Cloud Vision API might cost a few $100s versus spending tens of thousands building a system in-house. Similarly, cloud databases or data integration services can eliminate the need to buy servers or full software licenses. This approach turns IT spending into an operating expense that scales with usage, which is usually friendlier to SMB budgets. Fourth, vendor offers for SMBs. Many enterprise vendors have recognized the SMB market and offer scaled-down packages. For instance, Snowflake has a usage-based model where a small business might pay only a few $100s monthly for a modest data footprint, and you can cap usage. Salesforce Essentials is a lower-cost version of their CRM for small teams. Always ask vendors if they have flexible pricing for growing businesses. Often, they do. Or you can negotiate to start small and expand later. Last but not least, creative funding. There are often grants or tax incentives for technology adoption. For example, some governments have funds for SMB digitalization. Additionally, partnering with local universities or incubators can give access to emerging talent and ideas at low cost, e.g., student projects to prototype an AI solution. Such partnerships can be win-win. You get affordable innovation, and students get real-world experience. To wrap up, here's a checklist of actionable steps for retail executives looking to successfully implement AI and digital tech. Square one, assess your starting point. You can't plan a journey without knowing where you are. Audit your systems and data. If your marketing and sales data aren't connected, that's a flag to possibly invest in integration or a data platform. If store staff are bogged down by manual tasks, that's a candidate for automation.ai. An honest assessment, possibly with an outside advisor to help, will spotlight the best use cases to tackle first. Square two, set concrete objectives. Rather than, we want AI because competitors have it, define success in business terms. E.g., we want to reduce stockouts by 20% next year, or increase average order value by $5 via better recommendations. Those targets guide the tech choices and allow you to measure if the AI is working. Align projects to key business KPIs so that progress is evident and leadership stays bought in. Square three, assemble a capable, but not necessarily large team. Perhaps designate a digital transformation lead in your org, someone who can coordinate between departments. Engage tech-savvy employees who are excited about innovation. Train your people. For instance, send a few managers to an AI and retail seminar, or use online courses to get your analysts up to speed on data science basics. If budget allows, bring in a consultant or hire a data analyst to supplement skills, even on a short-term basis, especially for the pilot phase. Square four, pick the right tools with integration in mind. When evaluating solutions, ask, will this integrate with our existing systems or future systems? Vendors that support open standards and APIs should get a boost in your scoring. This also relates to scalability. If you choose a niche tool that can't grow, you might hit a dead end. It can be safer to choose a well-known platform with lots of community support for critical functions. Square five, Implement incrementally and iterate. Don't attempt a big bang multi-year project without interim checkpoints. Agile methodology works well here. Implement a piece, test it, get user feedback, and refine. For example, roll out a new AI-driven feature on your website to 10% of customers, measure results, then adjust. Plan integration in manageable chunks. Maybe integrate your e-commerce and CRM data first, then later bring in the inventory system, rather than all at once. This reduces risk and helps manage change. Square 6. Focus on change management and communication. People matter. Proactively communicate to your staff why the change is happening and how it benefits them and customers. Provide training sessions and create internal AI champions who can help peers. Celebrate quick wins, like a successful pilot result, to build momentum and ensure you're listening. Maybe your customer service reps find the new AI chat assistant saves them 1 hour a day. Great, highlight that. Or if store employees say the new app is slow at first, invest in optimizing it. This human feedback loop will make or break your AI initiative's acceptance on the ground. In conclusion, AI and digital transformation can indeed feel like chasing a unicorn, elusive and magical. But as we've seen from real retail examples, by methodically addressing integration and adoption challenges, that unicorn becomes a tangible asset, not a myth. The bridge between aspiration and reality is built with careful planning, the right partners, and a clear strategic compass guiding the way. To recap the critical points, break down silos, both in technology, integrate your data and systems, and in organization. Get IT, marketing, ops working together. This creates a solid foundation for any AI or analytics initiative. Remember that digital transformation is 10% tech, 90% people and process. Train your teams, manage change thoughtfully, and align projects to goals everyone understands. Be pragmatic with technology choices. Leverage cloud and vendor solutions to stay cost-effective and keep scalability in mind. Mid-sized retail businesses actually have an advantage. You're big enough to have data and resources, but small enough to be agile. You can leapfrog slower enterprises by adopting the right tech faster, provided you sidestep the pitfalls we discussed. Finally, if you're thinking, where do I start for my business? It can help to get external perspective, whether that's a peer network, industry group, or professional consultation. We at HiGTM offer strategy workshops to identify high-impact opportunities and plan integration, all tailored to SMB budgets and realities. On that note, I'm happy to take questions and discuss how these insights might apply to your unique situation. Thank you.